Vipassana changed my life, transformed my soul, impacted me. I was quite surprised, but now I think I'm around 2 weeks after the retreat. In the beginning, everything changed not to my liking, because usually whenever you do a retreat or any kind of experience that changes something within your brain, within your mind, within yourself, life comes crumbling down, because it has to, because you changed, and whatever is within you must be without and outside in your reality. So yes, in the beginning it was a little bit, the first day was perfect. I had like an afterglow. I had such a feeling of peace. It was very beautiful. And then I had a new fascination for the nature and the city, and I'm in Madrid, and it was very beautiful. And then I went to visit my friend, and then like the old patterns tried to catch me back, but it was only 2 days or 3 days, so that was really okay. And then and then I really noticed I am so much more disciplined than before. And of course, because when you do a retreat, a Vipassana like that, every day it's like in prison, you wake up at 4 a.m, you gotta meditate, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. So there's not a lot of free time for yourself. And I still kept this discipline. I'm very, very grateful for it, because now my daily life looks like that. I wake up, I'm building my startup right now, and I have a lot of things to do and to take care of, also like I'm my own assistant, so I need to take care of a lot of things. So I wake up, I immediately go running, I immediately go to the gym afterwards, then I go home, then either I meditate or I start working and meditate a little bit later. So yeah, and honestly now after the retreat I value discipline so much. I always did, I guess, because I always thought for men, they have to go to military usually, or they do the other thing, but they're supposed to go to military. And I always was like, yeah, it's very good for men to be disciplined, not the shooting part, but just the discipline. Wake up, walk in mud, be physically active. And now I basically did the same, just not 1 year, but just 10 days, but basically, same structure. And it's really, really, really very beneficial. It's so important. And I feel like despite having so much responsibility in society, we're not very disciplined, because also with the phone, you're constantly letting yourself being distracted, and that's so bad. But you don't realize how bad it really impacts you until you're really far away from all of it, far away from society, far away from your phone, far away from everything that might distract you, and you're just with yourself, and you have finally the time to observe what is happening inside of you. And it's so, so valuable, really valuable. And what is also very interesting, I was yesterday talking with a friend of mine who went to a retreat, and it's very interesting because sometimes we're not quite aware of our patterns, Some people that might be always chasing money, other people might be always chasing love. But guess what? Chasing, no matter what, is mostly a form of greed. And greed doesn't make you happy, because if you're greedy for something, doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. It could be even sports. It could be a person. It could be money. But as long as you're greedy and you need it, I need it, it will bring you suffering. And you must learn how to detach from that. It's so important. But the most important thing is, before you can start detaching, you must realize, what are you doing? And it's so interesting, because now I think I was always very aware, but now I'm even more aware, especially also not only aware of my own patterns, but also aware of patterns other people have. So when I see people running in a circle and repeating the same habits and patterns again, I'm like, oh, open your eyes, don't you see what you're doing there? You're harming yourself. It's not good for you. And yeah, so I think it sharpened my awareness in that regard, for sure. It brought me discipline. It made me more calm, I would say, in a sense. And yeah, I'm simply more aware also of my own patterns, and that gives me the freedom and the ability to make different decisions. Because if I'm not reacting I love animals, but like an animal, and if I'm stopping to just react to life, and someone, I don't know, waves with $100 bills there, and I'm like, oh, I need to have it. If I have the ability to stop and be like, okay, what is happening here? I can react differently, and that makes literally all the difference. That makes all the difference in life. I also try to continue the meditation, of course. For now, I just meditated around 10 to 20 minutes per day. But after the retreat, you also have the ability to use the Dhamma app and to meditate with other people all around the world at the same time, which is very helpful, because if you're just alone and you have to be responsible for your meditation alone, it's more easy to let it slip, let it, oh, not today, maybe tomorrow. But if you're in a group, it definitely helps. And yeah, you can also meet up in certain cities in person with people to meditate and to keep up your practice. And yes, I also realized that, I was always kind of working for my dreams and giving my best in that regard, but now I feel like I have more understanding and sense what to do, why to do it, and how to do it. I guess it's just clarity, and I originally went into retreat hoping for more clarity, and I guess I got it. I really got it, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, I'm not saying that Vipassana will heal everything within you, probably not. Only you can be your own healer, only you can be your own master, it's only you, always only you. But I think it just gives you a tool to connect better to yourself and with your higher self, and that's all you need in order to change, in order to heal, in order to become better, in order to improve. That's all that is needed. So for that, I would still very much recommend it. Another point that I noticed, but actually already during the retreat, is I gained a lot of new perspectives and clarity in certain regards, which is very helpful, because the same way as you must be aware of your patterns in order to change it, you must be aware of your beliefs as well, because a lot of beliefs people are running around with are really just stupid. And yeah, because so much in this outside world is an illusion, but when you notice your beliefs and you're like, okay, and you have like this 10 days and you're like, okay, actually that's not what I really want, or actually I do want that. It's very helpful, because you must know what you want. You cannot, if you don't know your destination, how are you gonna bring your boat there? It's impossible. So you must know that. And I changed my beliefs in certain regards, and that's good. And I personally am very convinced that spirituality, it must be practical, because we're human beings, we have a human body, we're in this world, and if it doesn't benefit you, if it doesn't make you more healthy, makes your life easier, makes you better, helps to improve your health, your appearance, your relationships, your mind, it's not working. Simply, a lot of people that I noticed, they're just trying to leave this world in a sense, or just being in the spiritual world, but that's not the purpose. Like, that's not why we're born, that's not why we're here. We're really here to use our bodies, use our minds, and improve all of that, and create everything, like make everything better, ourselves and then the rest, ourselves and then the rest. So it's a great step for that. And yeah, I guess that's all. So I would say Vipassana turned me into a businesswoman in some way, which is very interesting. I didn't expect it, but it happened. So I'll take it. I'm not complaining. You never know what you get. I think that's also another point. Also, it doesn't matter if you do Vipassana or some retreat or something else. You will always, your experience will always be very, very different than the experience of other people, because you will get exactly what you need, or what your body needs, or what your mind needs, or the kind of medicine that you need, in a sense. And we're very different, all of us, so you never know. For someone it could be very dramatic, for the other person it could be amazing, so that's why it's very important to improve your intuition, improve your knowledge about yourself, so you know what is the right thing for you. Because I think not everything must necessarily fit to everyone, and yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, it will be so different for you than for others. So don't try to compare anything, and don't try to expect anything, because it's an adventure. No matter what you do, if you go to a retreat, if you do psychedelics, it will be an adventure. So you gotta go there without any expectations, but with a lot of openness, mindfulness, and you must be willing to learn and to face yourself and to just be open and see whatever comes and whatever goes and whatever arises and whatever passes, and it will help you as long as you're surrendering and really taking the best out of the experience. It will definitely help you. So yeah, that was my update. Hear you soon. Follow me and like this video.